Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing a deck that I'm calling White Butts. And the reason why I'm calling it White Butts is because all of our creatures have really high toughness. And so I'm not sure if you guys have heard that term before, but that's called having a big butt on a creature because a high amount of toughness, high on the bottom side of the card, a big butt. I don't know where it came from. But that's what everyone told me what it was. And so that's what we're calling it. So we are playing a deck with a bunch of really big butts, and we're playing Huatli the Sun's Heart. So each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. And so with having really big toughness, like a God Eternal Catcher who has 6 toughness and 3 power, so all of a sudden if we have a Huatli down on the battlefield, it's going to be doing double strike 6 damage, so 12 damage rather than 6. So a very powerful card for God Eternal Ketra, as well as just a lot of our other cards here. You know, Baird becomes a 4/4 instead of just a 2/2 with Vigilance. Also still has its ability. We're also playing things like Militia Bugler. We are still playing Gideon Blackblade because a 4/4 is still kind of what we're shooting for here. Is like a good 4/4. Battleish Marshal helps grow all of our creatures, and this is where Huatli is really cool because it doesn't do the same quite the same effect as High Alert does or Arcades, because it doesn't remove the defender side of a creature. So we want to just be playing creatures that are going to be good by themselves, even without having higher toughness, and but still be making sure that they have decent sized butts. Things like Sun Cleanser, Snubhorn Sentry. Rustling Falcon only has 2, it's only a little bit more power, but that's what we're trying to go for here. Just a little bit more power than what we would normally have. This deck can totally win without finding a single copy of Huatli, but we do have a couple other things that really help out a mono white style deck. Is Aegis of the Heavens. Target creature gets +1/+7 till end of turn, which will grow the back end of our creatures. And God Eternal Ketra will swing in for millions of damage if we have it with Huatli. And then we also we are running 1 copy of Ravnica at War, which exiles all multicolored permanents. That does exile our Huatli, but I think it's worth at least running 1 copy because we are pretty much mono white here. That was the one reason why I'm going for mono white over going for a Boros deck, because I think Boros actually would work really well. Things like Aurelia and Feather would be really good creatures where they don't have the highest toughness. They are like 3/4 for Feather, but just like Tomek here and Rustling Falcon, they are evasive, and it makes Tomek a 2-mana 3/3 flyer, which is just insane. So much damage coming through evasively. Same type of thing with Rustling Falcon. And so I think that there is another deck you can build that is a Boros version of this, but I wanted to try out Ravnica at War, and I also wanted to keep it on theme with White Butts. And so let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how it goes, and wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
All right, here we are against RH2. And sorry, I think my game has been running a little bit slow since the update happened. I'm not sure if it's something with my computer, but this looks like a pretty decent hand so far, at least. Sun Cleanser actually pretty good with all the proliferate out. It also helps. It only targets creatures. It can target player as well. So we are going to keep this. Militia Bugler helping us find a lot more of our pieces because everything is pretty cheap, except it doesn't hit our Battleish Marshal or God Eternal Ketra, but we've already got one in our hand. So we're at least pretty good on the top end here too, and can at least start getting in damage in the early game. And maybe, oh, there's a Tomek. All right, we are going to go for Tomek first. Tomek is fantastic. See, my game is a little bit laggy right now. I'm sorry, guys. I've done everything I can think of to fix it, and I'm going to keep doing some more testing around, see what else I can do. Another Tomek isn't fantastic. Hopefully we don't find another one with Militia Bugler here. We found a really, wow. That's incredible. All right, how about that? Well, we got all 3 of our Tomeks. We put 1,000,000 lands to the bottom. That's pretty rough. All right, well, we do have Conclave Tribunal. We can maybe hit this treasure map if we need to. Sun Cleanser is pretty good. It only hits target creature. I would love for it to hit this treasure map, but unfortunately that's a no-go. All right, puts it on green. This is a green deck, so it does have a blocker for them now, which we have so much stuff in the air, it might be worthwhile just to get rid of him there. We're going to play... We're going to go ahead and play Sun Cleanser. I'm just going to put opponent, loses all counters, can't have any more counters. Not that it really matters. And we will swing in here with the Tomic, because they can definitely block the Militia Bugler. But still, Tomic does provide a lot of extra value. So if they do have board wipes or things like that in this deck, we can still be getting down our other Tomics. So we do have some backups. We are looking for lands now, since we put all of them to the bottom. And just hoping and praying that we find a way to get up to this God Eternal Ketra, because that is another great way for our deck to actually finish this game. Is resolving God Eternal Ketra, get a lot of 4/4s, and we do have things like Benalish Marshal. All right, treasure map. Guys, again. And I'm intrigued by what this deck is actually playing here. We do have Conclave Tribunal. Hopefully we'll hit anything that they need here. Opponent's playing pretty slow through their turns. Plays alright. Inspiring Cleric. That's fine. Alright, well, we haven't found any of our main pieces, so we want to just make sure we get through some damage at the moment. We could take care of this treasure map. It might be better to go ahead and take care of the treasure map here, but I think that we get in for one more point of damage, and if they have removal for this, they end up gaining more life. Let's go ahead and just hit the treasure map. Swing in with Tomic. And we can play the slow game here too, because we have really good blockers. Like that is the other side of this deck too. Again, is that we just have really good blockers. We can block all day long, slow the game down. Centaur Nurturer. Okay. And there's a Gideon Blackblade. Sounds good. Putting it on any of these guys really isn't that great. Again, we're just going to protect our Gideon for a moment. So give this guy lifelink. Just get a little bit more ahead at the moment. We're okay if he does tap down here. Giving him Vigilance could have been nice to at least have another blocker. Bolas' Citadel. Okay, this is what's going on. All right. So now we could very well be in a lot of trouble. Inspiring Cleric. Yep, so they get some life back. This is pretty cool. All right, Diamond Mirror to make sure they get some life back from their green creatures. If they hit 2 lands in a row on top, or they can only play so many lands each turn. I'm guessing that they're also playing like Wayward Swordtooth in this deck to make sure they can hit their land drops. This is interesting. I haven't seen too many of these Bolas Citadels decks yet, so kind of cool. All right, opponent swinging at us. All right, we will just block. All right, there we go. God Eternal Ketra will be very good here. All right, we are going to go ahead and give ourselves... let's give it Vigilance this time. We're not as worried about our life total at the moment. They can go off with this Bolas' Citadel. We just kind of have to hope they fizzle or bring themselves low enough that we can just be playing lots of creatures. Like, we'll probably swing in with Tomic, play double Tomic to get some more zombies and Sun Cleanser to find a land. And, now we'll see, we'll see. We can use Gideon's ability too to just get rid of the Citadel. We might need to. I'm not sure if we can survive them going too many more turns. At the moment, our Ravnica at War hasn't been looking good. This is what I've been worried about, is that a lot of people that are playing multicolored stuff still have lots of monocolored creatures. And so I think Ravnica at War is still a good one-of in a best of one format. But I'm not sure exactly how good. Treasure map, or I guess to scry away a land, puts it to the bottom. Arch of Vraska. So you can sacrifice it. So now that they have the City's Blessing, they can sacrifice it to draw the land that they don't want. You can also put stuff to the bottom. So this is pretty cool. They have Wand of the Vertebrae gets to put their card into the graveyard. So another Bolas' Citadel. They are down to 8 life now. They need to find things that actually gain them life. So now even if it is something bigger or whatever, they might be having to use these. Draws a card. Okay. They do gain life with that as well. Nurturer comes down, gains some life. This does gain him 3 life when enters the battlefield. Knight of Autumn gains some life. Probably hits his Conclave Tribunal, maybe. Just to get another scry so they can keep going off here. It might be very, very valuable for them. They can see what's on top of their top of the library right now too, so they can decide if it's worthwhile. This deck is really cool. I really like seeing people run decks that I really haven't seen before. I feel like our deck has been doing fairly well. We would like to have found a Huatli, but like we still are at least stonewalling them. We have big butts. I cannot lie. And Centaur Nurturer. Okay. They're up to 20 life now. Wow. Well, that's good. It's really good. And let's see if they can keep going here. The thing is that next turn they're in a very similar situation here. Baird actually helps here. Baird means that they can't really swing in for a few turns, so we could maybe just see if we can mill them out by slowing them down enough. We have enough blockers for as much mana as they can pay. So the question is, do we want to go for getting more zombies out this turn and play it the next turn? Because our zombies are also just fantastic blockers. But I think what we do here is we will tick up, give God Eternal Ketra indestructible. Just one thing can block it. Let's go ahead and give it indestructible. And we're going to swing in, swing in, swing in. Gideon's also indestructible, so we're trying to kill as many creatures as we can, also making their life total go down, which is very important in this matchup. So they've gotten through half of their deck. I'm guessing next turn, if they really go off, they can get through another like 15 cards. And we're just needing to find a way to make sure we can slow them down. So we do kill 2 creatures. That slows them down. I think that I'm guessing that they also have Gaia's Blessing or something like that in this deck, but they don't really mill themselves. I guess they do have the wands to maybe make that happen. It's kind of an interesting deck. I'm liking it so far. We get in for 2 with Tomic. We're gonna play another Tomic to replace it. They know that's happening. Sun Cleanser really doesn't do anything here. We can't even target the treasure map. But we will play Tomic and Sun Cleanser just as another blocker, and another way to get some 4/4s with God Eternal Ketra. It would have been nice to have that as a blocker, but I think that getting more stuff off their battlefield for this turn specifically is going to be good. After that, we're going to be just blocking. Opponent's taking their good old time, deciding if they want to block something else. Here you go. This is the only time I'll use this, is once they've gotten past like 1 timeout, then I'll say your go, just in case they didn't realize something here. I mean, they are hovering over stuff, but... Alright, sacrifices 10 permanents to make us lose life. Alright, that is another way that we can definitely lose this game. I did forget about that. That is a way that we can lose this game. Alright, so bring out Tomic. Replace our Tomic. Get a couple more blockers. Sun Cleanser. We'll just make them lose all counters again because it doesn't really matter. And this Gideon Blackblade will help us gain some life. If they can sack enough permanents again. Alright, Inspiring Cleric has another permanent. destroys the Conclave Tribunal, gets a treasure map back, so they can scry away the land on top. So we need to be careful with which one we put lifelink on with Gideon Blackblade. I think that we need to gain life just to make sure that we kind of stay away from the sacrifice here. We would like for it to be on God Eternal Ketra so we can gain enough life. What we'd really like is to find a Huatli off the top. Huatli would be good. Baird could be good. I don't think it's as important at this moment. Puts his... Shuffles up to 5 cards from the graveyard into the library. So they can get some more cards back. That is pretty cool. I did forget about that part of the Wand of Vertebrae. This is a really cool deck. Yeah, not too shabby at all. Even though it's going kind of long here, longer than I would like, I am going to be showing this off because I did do this same deck in the video that went out yesterday with the DCF Friday replay or whatever, Direct Challenge Fridays. And so I did play this deck in there quite a bit. And so I feel like I've already showcased this one off. And so, but I did change things up a little bit. And I really just want to be showing really fun, cool decks. That's something I absolutely want to be doing. The opponent scoops it up. Wow. Just is going to be taking too much damage here. Could not handle how much damage would be coming through. And that helps out a ton. All right, so opponent was going off, doing some really cool stuff. But that is one issue with Bolas Citadel. If we can just keep putting on pressure, it's not as good as you think. All right, here we go again. We're up against Mortas. Bring it on, Mortas. And we are playing our white butts deck. And our white butts have been doing well for us so far. Tomek, Blackblade, we'd like to find a Huatli. Huatli would be great. We're going to keep this, though, just on the strength of our Tomek. And see how it goes. All right, so Boros Gate. Are we doing a gate stack? All right. Is this like Gatewalkers, whatever? I built the deck with gates and all the Planeswalkers, and actually pretty amazing. It did very well. We'll have to actually showcase that one as well. I played so many decks between the pre-release and other stuff that it's kind of hard to know which ones we need to keep doing. If I get down the Benelish Marshal here, I'm thinking that we might be running into a Gates Ablaze. And if they have it, then Benelish Marshal definitely dies here. Which then also kills Tomek. So let's go ahead and just give it lifelink. We have Gideon Blackblade, which dodges all of their dodges Gates Ablaze, dodges everything. Because first off, it's indestructible, and it's not still a creature at this moment. All right, so there's a Selesnya Guildgate. Gates Ablaze only kills the Tomek. Probably feels pretty bad here. We're going to keep gaining life. Okay, there's a Guild Summit. We don't have an answer for the Guild Summit at the moment. We'd love to find a Huatli. We're probably going to need this for Planeswalkers. Ravnica at War can be pretty good here as well. Let's go ahead and Benelish Marshal. Take up here for lifelink again.
Share in my light.
All attack. That's 8 damage. Down to 10. Next turn we do have lethal on board. They don't have an answer, so I'm guessing a Gates Ablaze will be coming down here. Which we get to swing in with the 4/4 still. Yep, there's the Gates Ablaze. Another Prison Realm. Again, not bad. This gives him 1 more point of damage. So we're going to go ahead and swing in. We will tick up. We can end up getting rid of the Guild Summit later on. Summit 0. Can't do anything. Alright, swing in. 4/4. Yes. Down to 6. Past the turn. And have we been going fast enough? Prison Realm does take care of any Planeswalker they dropped here. They can possibly bounce or kill our Gideon with whatever they got. Alright, Circuitous Route. Lets him draw some cards. Still trying to find answers. If we find a Huatli, we have lethal with Aegis here. Gate Colossus. Alright, Gate Colossus, we can Prison Realm that. Alright, pass to my turn. God Eternal Oketra. Ooh. Is it better just to Prison Realm and put some more pressure on? I think it is. This has a better chance of us actually winning the game, I think. So, especially because we don't have any creatures at the moment for the Oketra, so we are going to exile the Gate Colossus. Get to scry. Do we go digging for a Huatli? Venlish Marshal gives us... It's a good card. We don't want to necessarily put that away. And we can exile something next turn as well to get more damage in. So I don't think that we get the Guild Summit just yet. They could draw into more answers, but at this point they have so many cards in hand that it's a little bit more just like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as worthwhile to make sure that we get rid of the Guild Summit here rather than just getting rid of a blocker on the next turn. They could be running Settle the Wreckage. I have seen that run in this deck. Not sure if they are running anything different. All right, Archway Angel, not so good for us. All right, pass to my turn. All right, so now we need to start filling the board a little bit. We will play God Eternal Oketra. If we take down on Guild Summit, then we die to the Archway Angel. Give it Indestructible, why not? Swing in. Or 4, yes, we could get the Guild Summit, but then we would die, or we would lose the Gideon. And we can Prison Realm and then do it on the next turn. I'm not sure if it's going to be worthwhile here. Let's see. Alright, swings at the Gideon. Now we're at 6, can't quite get it. We have another Prison Realm. Gates Ablaze does kill God Eternal Ketra. Puts it. We're gonna put it 3 from the top. Take action. And opponents slowed us down just enough. I think that they're going to, if they find enough pieces here, like Gatebreaker's Rams, everything like that, we're in a lot of trouble. So we do have some more removal. We just have to hope that it's enough. What's off the top here is Sun Cleanser. Yeah, that's not very good. All right, we will play it. A Prison Realm. Get rid of the Ram. Do we want land on top? I think we have to go digging for Huatli. We know that Oketra's on top here now. If we get to keep Oketra out for a turn, and we just know that they're going to have another Gates Ablaze here soon. Yeah, it's not really worth playing these guys at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and just tick up again. We can't get rid of the Guild Summit yet. Submit 0.
I believe in you.
I want them to be using their Gates Ablaze over and over again on our God Eternal Oketra. Letting us refill the board. That keeps drawing cards. This is an issue. Gatebreaker Ram. Alright. We've used all of our Prison Realms. We only have a Conclave Tribunal left. Play there. Aegis of Heavens actually lets us block with our God Eternal. Or actually, it would be just enough. So go after our Gideon. So I guess actually this time we just exile with Gideon. All right, pass to my turn. Exile Gatebreaker Ram. We don't get to get the Guild Summit again. Get rid of a blocker. Play God Eternal Oketra. They have counters in here. All right. Swing in for 1, or so for 4. I've seen the 1 loyalty, but yeah, swing in for 4. Gain some life with Plaza of Harmony. Good call. All right, down to 9, And we've been doing a whole lot of nothing, it feels like, but we're gonna keep doing the nothing that we can do. We just have to hope they don't find any more creatures. Things like Gatebreaker Ram. Ooh, all right. So very good chance that we just lose our Gideon Blackblade here. We can give God Eternal Ketra Vigilance. We're gonna have to give it Indestructible actually. Swinging with both just to get some damage in. Hydroid Krasis comes down. We can at least kill that with Ravnica or does this create white black or just black zombie tokens? Alright, we're going to Ravnica War first. Play Rustwing Falcon. Take up on God Eternal Ketra, give it Indestructible.
Your light will cleave the
Swing in,
darkness.
swing in. Yeah, they block God Eternal. We bring him back down to 9. Haven't felt like we've been doing a whole lot. So I'm guessing that they kill Gideon on this next turn. And we're looking for Huatli or something. I don't know. If we find Huatli, we have the victory through the air with Rustwing Falcon. Because we have Aegis of Heavens to just do some massive amounts of damage. We can hopefully go wide enough here too. This does just have, it does have Vigilance, so it's always a blocker, so no blocks. Gideon dies.
Another day, villain.
And, let's see, can we pull this off? Opponent has drawn so many cards. This is a big issue, and we cannot take care of this Gatebreaker Ram at the moment. All right, so is this a expansion explosion that's going to be coming down? They tapped all their red, of course. Ravnica or Wilderness Reclamation. Oh, all right. So all of the life just gained. Ooh, oh, that's bad. All right, we just have to go wide and hope that they don't have anything crazy here. So Sun Cleanser. We can't even get in through the air at the moment. Yeah, we just have to keep building wide and hope that they I don't know. Can we even go wide enough here? We can't even swing in this turn without stuff dying. So no attacks past the turn. Man, all right. I think that we ended up losing this one. We weren't able to get rid of the Guild Summit. Maybe I should have put more priority on that earlier. But they still had a lot of creatures that they drew into, and so if we hadn't gotten rid of those, we would have been dead earlier. So we just had to hope that they didn't draw well. They didn't find the second Archway Angel. Didn't gain up to pretty life. Oh goodness! And there's the Gates Ablaze. Yep. They had it all. All right, and that is game. There's no way we can come back from that. So, oh, good game, opponent. Good game. Very, very good. Ugh. We're up against Elwyn. Bring it on, Elwyn. And we're playing our white BUTTS deck. And we'll see how this goes. We still have not found a Huatli, but we keep finding hands that it's worth keeping at least. So we have our Rustwing Falcon. We will find a Huatli eventually. Need to make that happen. Okay, Duress gets our Gideon. That's annoying. Alright, Sun Cleanser. Target opponent again. Swing in for 1. Down to 19 past the turn. And let's see how this does. We have our Conclave Tribunal. They may not want to play anything. We're hoping to get like a Dreadhorde Invasion. Alright, Duress takes that. Alright, Snuphorn Sentry. I'm guessing this is just a discard deck with that many Duresses main board. So let's get everything down. If we can get to our City's Blessing, Snuphorn Sentry becomes a lot better. I'm guessing they're also going to be playing Ritual of Soot if this is a discard deck. Let's see. Cast down the Snuphorn. Okay. Huatli. Yes. Alright. We're just going to empty our hand. We know this is a discard deck. We're going to go ahead and gain some life. Swing in. 4-6, down to 11, pass the turn. I'm going to use its ability one time. Sun Cleanser is one of our highest toughness things besides Oketra. Alright, so Militia Bugler. Play that now. See if we can find something else we can play. Alright, Sun Cleanser. Probably going to get discarded. Go to combat. Swing in for 6 again. Down to 5. Pass the turn. Not going to use its ability just in case they have some sort of way to kill it. We probably have to be worried about Price of Betrayal. I'm not sure that's actually going to be something that people play. The one that removes 5 counters from a Planeswalker if they want. Alright, so we do destroy our Rustwing Falcon. And we have lethal. Yes! And we had a lot more power in our hand as well. Bam! White butts totally work. Oh, there we go. That was awesome. All right, we're gonna call it there for this video. I know I usually do 4, but I had the first 2 games were really long, so I didn't want to make this video too long here. And we did get the Huatli down, and it was amazing. It definitely helps out this deck. And I did play this deck a lot in the video that came out yesterday. So go check that out if you want to see more of this gameplay. A lot of other decks I showcased there as well. Super fun. And if you guys want to join us on the next Friday to direct challenge with me, make sure that you follow my Twitch channel as well. Make sure you like, subscribe to this channel here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.